Hey, it's Bill Conley here, and this is about a waiting list for liver transplant. You know, what is the waiting list? Well, the waiting list for liver transplant is based upon what's called a MELD, M-E-L-D as in David, scale, and it was developed by the Mayo Clinic by some doctor. I think his last name started with a B, but I can't remember what it was for sure. You can look it up on the internet if you want to read about it. But I think it takes four different parts of a blood test. You plug those numbers into this MELD scale, and it'll tell you what you are. Normal human being is a 6 or a 7. If you reach a point of a 10, probably, and it might be a little different on some different transplant centers, but where I went, it was a 10, and they put me on the list. Now, I had to go through a lot of stuff before I got on that list, and even after, in interviews and everything else. But what I'm trying to say here is the waiting list starts at that point. Okay, so in 2003, I was on that waiting list, and at 2000, and I was a 10 MELD scale, and in 2008, which is 5 years later, I had moved up that scale by about 4 or 4.5. Now, so that's only 4 points, but to get on a transplant, you had to be at a 22. So depending upon your diet and the things that you do, follow whatever your doctor states. I do know that the hospital or the transplant center put me on, which I think I was already taken because I had read about Milk Thistle Extract, or they come in pills. And I was taking, I think, 1 or 2 a day, and I think they upped that dosage to 4 or 5 a day. It might have even been higher that they had me start taking as soon as they put me on that list, which basically slows you down. I guess. I don't know what it really does, but the enzyme of it has some effect. So anyway, I'm telling you about that. Before you jump on to using milk thistle, you talk to your doctor about it, though, just to make sure that you don't interfere with some other medication that you may be taking. But anyway, the waiting list for a liver transplant, hey, it could go on for 5, 10, 15 years. You don't know. I do know this, the 22 MELD scale that they would allow you to be at the top of the list, and I was only at a 14 after 5 years. I figured it would have been another at least 7, 8 years even to get to that point. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you, and you have a great day and take care. Bye now.